the Story Grows. I'm Brian Patton. Today we welcome Ocean Sleeper guitarist Ionei Heckenberg to the podcast. The new Ocean Sleeper album, Peace When I'm Dead, is out today on Rise Records. Ionei talks about choosing music over a more typical lifestyle, the shifting nature of metalcore as a genre and sound, the joy of touring in the United States, and a lot more. This was a wonderful conversation with just somebody who appreciates and loves music every bit as much as I do, and it was a joy getting to talk to Ionei and have him on the podcast. Thanks much for listening to this episode of As the Story Grows. If you're brand new to the podcast, welcome. You can find links in our show notes or at asthestorygrows.com for our mailing list, our Discord server, and our Patreon page. Enjoy today's conversation with Ionei Heckenberg of Ocean Sleeper.
All night at the glass house, I'm stuck inside. Four walls, no light, I can't escape, I'm paralyzed.
Do you play drums, or is it your band setup?
No, I play drums, no.
Oh, sick. Hell yeah. Have you got like the 15-inch Ks, or they look big?
Yeah.
Sick.
Yeah, no, it is a drum kit that is way too big for the size of the space. But because I bought it, 15 years ago when I was playing gigs, and I should sell it, get something smaller, but I'm like, I like the giant kick drum. Like, why would I want to get something smaller?
What have you got? Is it like a 22 by 22, or is it like
24? It's like a massive.
Oh, that's big.
Yeah.
That's
yeah. It's great. It sounds awesome, but I should get something smaller for this office.
No, it's sick. It earns its place. It earns its place.
Yeah, absolutely. What is it? You're in Australia, so what is it right now for you?
It's not too bad. It's 10:30 a.m. So it's like what, 9 p.m. for you, or
8:30. Yeah, 8:30. 8:30. Yeah, you're living in the future. So, Are you on the West Coast or East Coast?
East Coast. Oh, true. Yeah, fair.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah.
Whereabouts? Like
Washington D.C.
Oh, sick! Hell yeah!
Yeah.
Cool place. We've only been there once, but it was pretty cool. Just keeps history, right? So it's just cool.
Yeah. It's a cool city. There's a lot of bullshit happening in it right now, but I can't control that.
Yeah. It was so funny when we were doing our record. We were in Portland, and I think at the time, Trump had said, Portland's like a war zone, and we're in Portland being like, place is fine, brother.
It's cool, man. Everybody's chill.
It was so chill. I remember going for walks around the studio, and every day, a guy would fly past on a pink bike dressed in full pink with a pink flag, and I was like, place is so chill.
That's funny. You are originally or currently from a small town outside of Victoria?
Yeah, we're from Gippsland, which is there's not really much to do in Gippsland. You either work you work at the mines or you get a trade, and that's it. That's kind of the big university there got pulled out a while ago, which was sad because I lived in the town where the university was as well. So it was a bit of a shift because the power station that was near the town closed down, and then the university moved. So it was the town just sort of, I don't know, it languished, and sad. When you go back, when you visit there, it's pretty sad. There's a town there called Morwell that has probably the saddest main street I've ever been on.
Geez.
And every 2 shops, it'll be shop closed, shop closed, shop open, shop closed, shop closed, shop open. It's like a ghost town. It's so sad. Yeah.
Yeah, it's being an American, you kind of think Australia is so cool and wonderful. But having done this podcast and talked to a number of Australian artists, it's they're cool pockets, but it's just a giant country with not a lot to do and difficult to get from place to place.
Straight up, man. You can live. Yeah, you just live so far away from things. Even just touring in Australia is just insane because the US, you've got I don't know, you have so many cities over there that are viable touring markets, whereas Australia, you have like 5, and then one of them is really expensive to get to, and then the other capital city we have in Tasmania, you don't really tour to just because the population isn't there. So it's like, it's just crazy. It's so different. Yeah, it's wild. It's a beautiful place, but it's just so vast with such a small population.
Yeah. What was growing up like then for you?
It was interesting for me because like my mum was never like a proponent of being like, you have to go and get a trade and you have to get a job and you have to do this stuff. Whereas all of my friends did that. Literally every single one of my friends, it was either they left school to do a trade in year 10 or they graduated and then went on to do a trade. Like so few people followed like creative endeavors. Like I dropped out of high school in year 10, which is like like the third last year in high school for us. And I went to go do a certificate in music because I was like, I don't want to be at school. Like I'm not going to school right now. I think at the time I probably went to school like twice that year. It was like really bad. But my mum had spoken to the music teacher and he was like, he loves music, just get him to do music. It'll work out fine. And it has. So that's good. Because there's so many people out there that have done that same thing and it didn't work out fine. Yeah. So I'm very fortunate. I'm very fortunate to have a supportive family that like nurtures creativity. Whereas where we're from, it is not seen as a viable career. It is not seen as something that's taken seriously. Like if 90% of my friends got a trade, bought a house, had kids. That's the story. Yeah. Which I fully appreciate and fully love. And it was really difficult, like, especially in my early 20s, you know, trying to grind away at this music thing because I do production full time, grinding away at this thing. And like all your friends have way more money than you. Yeah. They all have way more money than you. They're all like a lot more successful. So it's like, you know, going out on a night out, it's a bit different, which is fun because everyone's so wonderful and, you know, they're friends, so they take care of you, but it's just very different, just a very different life. Yeah. Like my best friend had kids I think he had his first kid when he was 21. Oh man. So and he's my best friend and we spend every single day together. So it was like this bit of a, you know, a bit of a switch between things. And he ended up being our drummer as well later on. So, I mean, he was good at juggling things, but I couldn't imagine juggling it now.
Yeah. I mean, it's funny. I mean, say like I'm in my 40s, and if I run into people from like high school or who I knew like 20 years ago, they're just like, "Oh, you're still doing like music stuff and taking pictures of bands," and I'm like, "Yeah, it's cool as shit, right?" Like
straight up, that's it. Like it's like, I mean, you know it fully too well. Like, people for some reason just don't take it as seriously, and or they blow it out of proportion, right? Or their ideas of being a musician or being a full-time musician are so insanely, like, you know, they're just the 1% they're thinking of. But realistically, there's so many people that are working day-to-day jobs, which is like 99% of the industry, working day-to-day jobs in the industry that are just regular jobs, like regular income, regular pay, just following their passion and following their dream, which I think is the number one thing. Like, I mean, it's so strange when you talk to some people about it. I've definitely met a handful of musicians across the years that have like looked down on people like teaching music or like doing other things in music. And I'm like, for me, I could be restringing guitars all day long. Yeah. I'm still working in music and I'm still stoked. Like that's the point. Like I get to do something that's like I'm really interested in, which is so fun.
Yeah, absolutely.
With photography, do you do live photography or like studio? Yeah, hell yeah. Live, dude. Live photography is so fun, especially like just capturing a moment. Sick.
Yeah. It's so hard, but
whenever I've shot live photography, I've had like 2,000 photos, and I've been like, did I even get one?
Right, yeah. What is the moment or band or experience that like gets you connected to music where you're like, oh, this is like, when does it become your thing? And you're just like that.
That's so hard. Like, I guess like growing up, it was like a lot of a lot of like Slipknot and Eminem, like just making me like music. And then my mum tried to teach me guitar when I was really young, and I didn't really take onto it or learn. But then in my teenage years, I reconnected with my dad, and he sort of taught me a little bit of guitar and was like into like Jimi Hendrix and stuff like that, and Pink Floyd. And that kind of helped me get a passion for music. And then it was like, you know, you go from that into like learning some Slayer songs. And then I discovered like post-hardcore, like from first to last. And at the time when I was in high school, me and my two best friends, we were like, we're going to do a post-hardcore band. And that was when it really like connected, because it was like, this is it. Like from then on, it was music literally every single day of my life since, you know, for the last 20 years.
Nice. Let's kind of jump ahead and talk about Ocean Sleeper, how this band get started. I know you've been a band for a while now.
Straight up, we've been a band for I think 10 years now, which is a long time, or a little bit over 10 years. It started from like the ashes of a project that Stan and Carl were working in called it was a band called Awakening, and I produced and mixed and mastered and co-wrote stuff with them for that band. That band fizzled out, and then they were like, do you want to start a band together? And that's kind of where it went. I'd previously produced Carl's solo project, Carl the Band, which was fun. And like, we just get along really well musically. So yeah, from then on, we did our 6 Feet Down EP, and yeah, it's been history ever since. It was really good. Just great connection. Like, we all work fantastically together in the studio and like have such a good time and really understand each other that it makes it so easy.
Yeah. I unfortunately did not have like time or space to go back and listen to like the band's back catalog, but like, were there things when you guys were starting to make music that were like, these are the things we want to try to be doing musically? And how has that evolved as we get to this new record?
It's so interesting because like the band kind of started as like, for me, it was trying to do like like technical guitar stuff with, you know, melodic singing and screaming and breakdowny stuff. And then for Stan and Carl, it was like a band called Sila. They were really influenced by them, and they were influenced like by heavier beatdown stuff and stuff like that. And obviously for us at the start, like a lot of Amity Affliction, really love Amity. It started from that, and it kind of just evolved into like kind of regular metalcore, I guess. And we've definitely moved away from the technical guitar stuff pretty like we've got some heaters on the record actually that are pretty technical, and like that's kind of the metalcore bit, I guess. But from the inception of the band to now, it has changed a lot. Like our Lonely Love phase of the band, or like when we're releasing that is so far removed from our first EP. However, like aesthetically, there's a song on our first EP called 6 Feet Down that hit really well live and had like a big live sing-along moment. And because of that kind of facilitated us being like, all right, we can do this again, and we can like captivate an audience in this certain way and sort of, you know, have this as part of our sound, which we've definitely honed and refined and carried forward to today.
Yeah. I mean, as a band kind of in that, like if I were to describe your new record, I would probably just call it metalcore, because I've done this podcast long enough. I've talked to enough bands, listened to enough records. Metalcore has evolved. And so like, but there's this conversation about like true metalcore or bands not being connected to like the OG metalcore, or like even just like the In Flames, Killswitch Engage era of it all. Like, yeah. I mean, how do you as a band kind of in that scene, but not like true core or whatever, how do you feel about that? Or do you not care?
It's so funny because like we did a tour last year with a band called Boundaries, and they came back last year, or 2024 we did a tour with them. They came back 2025. I went to their show. I saw a friend there that's a producer, and he was like, I didn't know you were into metalcore. And I'm like, I'm in a metalcore band. like what do you mean? Like I guess it's really interesting because metalcore right now is so broad. It's the same as when metal was kind of like expanding, and it just turns into this thing where like you've got artists like Sachi Six that's like almost all pop vocals and this like really heavy riffs, and then you got bands like Thornhill that are like fully groovy, Deftonesy, and then you got bands like Boundaries that are fully throwback like metalcore, and like I love it all. It's just metalcore's got such a big, broad, like it houses so many styles currently, and I think it's sick. I definitely appreciate the backlash from like metalcore fans that bands are kind of losing that true sort of old school metalcore sound.
Yeah.
But it's music. It evolves so hard. Like,
Right.
Yeah. It just moves along. Every genre does it as well. And it'd be boring if it didn't.
Yeah. I mean, like, and modern production techniques, and I think streaming, giving everybody access to all the music, and you just like, I don't know, like maybe auto tune on the vocals was not as, I mean, it was kind of shitty when T-Pain did it all the time, but like it could be cool as an effect, and like just embrace the technology, and like one of the things I've appreciated as I've gotten older is like the good hook, that pop hook. I'm just like, no, I love a good chorus that's stuck in my head. Like I want that now.
Yeah, exactly. It's so funny because it's like when I think back to like the cheesy era of metalcore, like 2008 to like 2012, like all those Rise records. Unfortunately, they're some of my favorite records ever. So it's like that intrinsically influences like so many of my decisions now. And then like it's also trying to captivate, I guess, that, you know, visceral reaction that heavier metalcore has as well, where like you hear it live or on the record and you're like, oh man, that's heavy, and like just like really does something for you. So it's fun trying to blend those things as well. Yeah. Whereas I feel like, unfortunately, sometimes by blending them, the heavier parts get a little bit watered down, and like you start leaning more into the softer thing, which is fun and sick. It's just like sometimes you got to try and rein yourself in and be like, all right, this song is just going to be an arse beater the whole way. We're not going to try and do the hook thing. Which is fun. Yeah.
It's funny how my perspective has shifted, where I'm like, I hated those Rise record bands, like Attack, the early Devil Wears Prada stuff. And but I'm like, I should have been like, it's cool that's how people are getting into heavy music, and not like, fuck those bands. Right?
Do you listen to an artist called Julia Wolf? Have you listened to her at all?
Yeah.
Like she's, I think, a really cool example of like a gateway drug for heavy stuff, because like her second song on her record is like pop vocal the whole time, massive breakdown at the end. And it's like, you know, there's probably some cynics out there that like, oh, that's lame, like that sucks that she's doing that to heavy music. But for me, it's like, there's some girl out there who's in her bedroom listening to that song and hearing a breakdown for the first time. And that is so sick.
I should have kept inside the loneliness of the pain you never knew. I let it eat at me. Don't let the worst of me be the end of you.
Speaking of Rise Records, what eventually gets you banned from small town Australia to Rise Records?
The path was always to Rise Records, I reckon. Like we from the jump, we always had our eyes on that, or I guess that was always the goal. We'd had some connections with Rise Records on our first record. The producer of that record put in a good word for us with Rise Records, because he's Chris Crummett. He did a bunch of early Rise stuff that made him have a great relationship with them. So the conversation was kind of ongoing for maybe the better part of 7 years. So it's been going for a long time, and we're stoked that it's finally come to fruition and we finally have that real deal, because it's like, I mean, it's just a fun nostalgic thing. Like Rise has changed so much along the years. It's like it has really changed, and it's had different rosters, and it's gone through like phases of being like the poppin' label to being like a label with like, you know, bands that aren't as relevant anymore. And I feel like it's just it's a mainstay in the heavy scene. It'd be the same as like signing to like Metal Blade or something like that for us. It's like, just cool to be able to do it.
Yeah, for sure. This new album's called Peace When I'm Dead. Outside of being just a song on the record, but led to that as the title, and kind of what was kind of inspiring the band in through like the lyrical songwriting process. So the title came about like because of that song, I guess. Like we wrote that song in January, and then we were like, oh, sick, this is the title. It was, I think we had a list of titles, but that was obviously the one. It's really just lyrically, the record's inspired by a lot of things. Like I know for myself personally, it's just like a concept or an idea I thought about a lot in the last year or so, is just like,
the struggle will never end, and the one guarantee we have in life is pain and grief, which is so pessimistic and so sad out loud. But it's like, it's just something that I've ruminated a lot on in the past year or two. So that's been an inspiration for lyrics, and then just personal stuff as well.
Yeah. What was the inspiration for the album artwork?
So that came about. Stan or I found an artist on Instagram that just had a really cool photo that was like a sort of like a death cloth, sort of death mask thing. And we bounced that back and forth between us all for a while, and then eventually decided on commissioning a photographer from Sydney, Jonty, to shoot that. And the main sort of inspiration was like kind of last moments of life, or that peaceful moment after you die, I guess, even through the struggle, I guess. Yeah, it's really, really cool. Really stoked on the artwork, stoked on the front and the back. It's really, really cool.
Yeah, it is the bummer of getting records in digital format is I always just have the cover art. People are like, oh, have you seen the inside? And I'm like, no, I'm sure it's cool.
Yeah, exactly. It'll show you one day.
It'll be great once it's out. Album's out August 21st. You guys are hitting the road pretty hard this fall. You got your release shows or September shows in Australia before coming to the States, and then you're in the UK to kick off the new year. I mean, are you excited to just have a heavy schedule of touring all the time?
Yeah, dude, it is the dream. It is literally the dream for us. We just got back from Europe maybe 2 weeks ago, and we're already sick. We wish we were doing another one right now, because the band's been around for 10 or 11 years, and we've only done 3 international tours, I think. So being able to have a full touring roster is really, really cool for us. It's just absolutely the dream. We'd just do it every day of the week if we could. It's so fun. So it's so exciting. When we got the Catch Your Breath offer, we were like, wow, this is the first time we've had a tour booked that far in advance ever. So we were like, oh, this is amazing. Shout out Christina, our agent at Cobra. She's amazing.
Yeah. One of the funniest things recently with the World Cup in America is all the videos of people come into the States and try our food and weird shit. Did you have that experience touring overseas where you have bucket list of things to do?
Yeah, dude. Yeah, so especially on the food side of things, American food to me, I really love it. I don't know whether it's because I've consumed so much American media. It's all idolized, but yeah, it was so fun. Our tour we did last year through the States, it was just fun getting gas station food, and that's so much fun. Just fun being able to go to Walmart and get some ridiculous selection of soda, and that's just on tap. And then American food is number one for me because it's just so fun.
Yeah.
The people rule. It's the people rule, the culture rules. There's all these massively cool things. It's just overshadowed by something that's
by politics.
By politics. Because at one point in time, America was revered as the culture capital of the world, and I think that is so cool because it's it's just so fun. Even just going to Taco Bell in the US is so sick, and it's just a normal thing.